Hey there Rangers, and welcome to another Power Rangers Dino Charge episode review. Let me level with you. If the Hunter and his friends have been plotting anything, I wouldn't know. My real job at Wild Adventures theme park in Valdosta has started up for 2015, so my time has been reduced a touch. I'm sure those guys will make a move sometime soon, but for now, let's just see what episode 6, The Tooth Hurts, has in store. First of all, why did this episode air at noon? Shouldn't it have aired at 2:30? Get it? 2:30? Riley's going all Chariots of Fire over at the track. Nice neon green workout gear, by the way, a good modification of the Ranger color rule. We soon see that Riley is doing CrossFit, a workout system where you do shorter sets of exercises in quick succession. While Riley is getting #RangerFit, Poisandra is eating cake. This is apparently a cake tasting for her wedding, and the baker she's chosen is Cavity, one of Sledge's bounties. Cavity is a bit on the nose for the name, don't you think? What about decavity? It combines decay and cavity, and also sort of plays off depravity. Huh? So Sledge tells him to go get the Rangers. Meanwhile, back in the Dino lab, Riley is using the most overworked tennis ball launcher ever. But Chase is just chillin', slurping on a soda and grooving to some tunes. Riley gets annoyed, telling him that he's trying to focus and that he should know how hard that can be. A zinger that brings up last week's episode? Gold star. Chase doesn't get Riley's training, telling him that it looks like he's practicing one move over and over again. We find out that Riley trains so much because he feels like Fury got the better of him in their first fight. Chase says that it's better to be ready for anything, to adapt, but Riley doesn't want to hear it because he's never even seen Chase train once. Offended, Chase takes off. This was really a great scene for Riley. He's been kind of quiet in the background, but he's really starting to grow a spine as the Green Ranger. Sometime later, apparently, at the cafe, Tyler says that he hopes Kendall is right about the gold energem. Oh, yeah, cool, me too. Wait, what? The gold energem? Yes, the Rangers are apparently hot on the trail of a new set of Dino Charge powers. We hear very little about it this episode, just that they're going to be looking for a pterodactyl fossil, since that's the dinosaur that the gold energem bonded to. I wasn't 100% sure how they would know that. I guess Keeper told them, but that's a pretty good memory after 65 million years. Cavity has infiltrated the cafe. Shame for him, he doesn't know it's downstairs, and is giving out cake samples. Shelby takes some to the other Rangers, but an observant Riley stops everyone from eating them. Everyone who eats the cake is getting bad toothaches. Cavity then reveals himself for some reason. It didn't even seem like he was disguised. Tyler, Shelby, and Coda stay with the chef, who's tied up in the kitchen, and also probably in a bit of shock that the cafe has other staff, while Chase and Riley, of course, go after Cavity with this absolutely amazing Instamorph. Seriously, A+. Riley steps up and deflects some beams with his Dino Saber, but when Chase steps up to attack the monster, Riley tells him to back off, and the bickering gets the two of them punched. Tyler finally gets away from some Vivix, and suddenly 2 Rangers is just fine, but 3 Rangers, uh-oh, things are getting real, and Cavity takes off. But the spat really boils over back at the cafe. Kendall and Riley are analyzing cake samples trying to formulate an antidote. Chase doesn't know this and starts cleaning them up. When Riley gets on Chase for this, he doesn't care. Here's his solution to the problem: destroy the monster. To be fair, that is usually how it works. Riley hates how nonchalant Chase is, while Chase hates how Riley overthinks everything. Kendall thinks they're both dumb boys and kicks them both out. What follows is a great scene with Keeper and Riley, where we learn a little more about Keeper and he gets some nice Mr. Miyagi channeling in. Keeper is apparently telepathic, because when Riley says he's just having an off day, Keeper knows that he's lying. He says that 2 different paths can lead to the same place, and that Chase's motives seem genuine. In a scene that's a bit weirdly out of place, Poisandra is complaining to Cavity about her wedding cake, and he gets really angry. He loses the chef coat, and this seems to power him up somehow. While the other Rangers are looking for him, Chase is skateboarding and just trying to think about where he might be. He guesses he'd go to a place with a lot of people, and he's right on the money. Meanwhile, Riley is still training in the exact same place he was before when Chase's call comes in. Hey, the side of the Dinocom is a dino face. Anyway, Riley can't believe that it was Chase that found the monster. Hey Riley, at least Chase was moving. Did you think hitting tennis balls was just gonna lead you to him? Chase gets a solo morph, and we see that his skateboarding actually makes him quite agile as he dodges the monster's beams. However, Cavity's teeth are actually quite strong, deflecting Chase's shots back to him. He's then hit with the toothache beam and demorphed. Riley shows up and is apparently also a dancer. The other Rangers show up and then everybody morphs. Riley leads it and gives us a cool, "It's morphin' time." I think every time it's been said differently. Chase can't even get through his part of the roll call thanks to the tooth pain, which gives us a funny fourth wall breaking moment, as Riley tells Chase not to push it and then says, "Next!" Riley saves the weakened Chase, and after more blasts don't work, the two get an idea. They basically decide to switch chargers. Riley uses a Paracharger in his Dino Saber, and then Chase uses a Raptor Charger in his Dino Morpher. It works, and Cavity goes boom, number 1. Sledge grows Cavity, but only because Poisandra still wants her wedding cake. Dino Charge Megazord time, but they're gonna need more power. Riley and Chase decide to hop on board, but they need an opening. Let's use a new charger. Number 15, the Dino Blaze Charger powered by the Allosaurus. It fires a flamethrower attack after Rexy chomps it. I really hope we get an explanation soon about chargers over number 10. With all 5 Rangers in the cockpit, the Stegozord reveals that this unlocks a new ability. The Stego shield folds in half and becomes a new weapon, the Stego Saber. The Rangers use the Stego Sword Final Slash, and Cavity goes boom number 2. Speaking of Boom, Cavity was voiced by him. Yep, Boom, aka Kelson Henderson. He's been Boom, Phineas, Flit, other characters, various monsters, etc. And remember, Boom's favorite color was orange. Makes him okay in my book. Riley and Chase compliment each other and do a fist bump. Through a split screen. On opposite sides of the cockpit. Up on Sledge's ship, Poisandra has finally gotten mad now that she doesn't have a cake chef anymore. Forget just leaving Earth, now it's personal, and she wants the Rangers destroyed. I hope this brings about a shift in her character because her whining has been a little bit annoying, especially in this episode. We wrap things up back at the track as Riley's getting ready to train again. Chase shows up, deciding to join him for a run. Riley issues a heartfelt apology that Chase did not even end up hearing. Then the other Rangers show up, impressed by Riley's skills. But Riley decides to flip the script, being more like Chase and declaring that there are no rules, confusing Coda. They then run off for some random parkour and run play. In case that didn't come through, I really kind of didn't like this final scene. It totally undermined Chase's character development. He was meeting Riley on his turf, coming around to his way of thinking. But then that just gets reversed as Riley comes around to Chase's way of thinking. That's good for Riley, but did Chase learn anything? I kind of thought this was a dual focus episode, but it really ends as more of a Riley focus. Why not have Riley start running and then stop and ask Chase if they can go skateboarding after? That, to me, would have been a nice dual ending. But did that impact the final score? As always, the fossils tell the tale. Episode 6, The Tooth Hurts. Pros: excellent acting, wonderful character development, especially for Riley, great team building, and a nice little hint about the gold energem. Cons: continued presence of head scratchers, aka momentary confusion things. Poisandra's whining is getting annoying, though I think it's just about over. And the final scene seriously undermines Chase's character growth. Even-numbered episodes just are not able to be 5s. The Tooth Hurts gets 4.5 fossils out of 5. To be honest, it kinda did. This episode was hovering between a 4 and a 5, but I was gonna let the occasional head scratcher have the benefit of the doubt due to the excellent writing, acting, and character development. But that final scene just so undercut Chase's character growth that I just couldn't let it go. So, the even number curse holds, just barely, for now. So we can be sure that episode 7, Let Sleeping Zords Lie, is going to get a 5 out of 5 since it's an odd number. But what's going to happen in it? When Sledge's monster stings the Ankylozord, Shelby must use her advanced dino knowledge to tame the wild beast. Whoa, a new Zord? Does this mean that another new Energem and thus another new Ranger is just around the corner? Well, I don't want to hammer that point home just yet. And that is going to do it for another Power Rangers Dino Charge episode review. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to click the like button right down below if you liked this video, and make sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Also, please check out the videos and links that will be on the end slate at the end of the video. I'm going to go grab some water, but until next time, may the power protect you. Bye. Well, looks like he just finished another review, so he's gonna be resting for a bit. Are you almost done over there? Don't rush me. This thing is delicate. And there. Unit reactivated.